Well, one and all, like you, we are very much ready to go here and looking forward to a game that has been the topic for universal conversation in this part of the world for much of the last few days. It's dry at the moment, but the forecasters have warned us of impending rain. There's no certainty about that, but when it does come, it shouldn't affect the dynamics of a match which has so much riding on it. We are in this super stadium for a super club, truly one of the iconic buildings of 21st century sport, the Allianz Arena. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
And that gets things running. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, a man who splits opinion, David Luiz. Is he a midfielder or a defender? I would say the former.
Great leap! Oh, just couldn't turn it in.
Now that was a slick move, and there were several options in the box to pick out.
Here's the through ball. Ronaldo showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Just brushed off the ball there. He's got away. Luis does well to read it and intercepts. Danilo. He could be... And the shot! Goal! Juventus! And it's Juventus who take the lead.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Juventus break the deadlock.
He's just gone and reminded us yet again of what a threat he carries. Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what do they try to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
Mesut Ozil. And that's been won straight back. Rabiot. Ball's loose, who's getting there? Hector Bellerin. Arsenal getting a lot of touches here, but they're not making much progress. Hardly anything between the sides, and it's 1-0. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's come loose. Cristiano Ronaldo shoots! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
Repelled by the keeper. Gets up to head it! Oh, just needed a better contact.
Well, being able to generate that amount of activity in the box means it's hard not to pick someone out.
So here comes a substitution. Ronaldo is onto it and can take it up. And here's the chance to counter. Hector Bellerin. Arsenal. And we hit half-time. Well, there we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight. Reflections on the first half?
Peter, this is far from a lost cause. Yes, they've been hit once by a pacey opposition, but they've asserted more control and look capable.
Juventus head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. So we're already into the second period. Juventus carrying a 1-goal lead. Alexandro. Rabiot. Cristiano Ronaldo. Good run down the left. What can they make of it? Can't get the better of his opposite number. That's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Plays it back. Shot at goal! Mesut Ozil. Needs a bit of penetration to go with all this possession. Mustafi plays it over to the other flank.
Look, good possession is one thing, but they seem as if they're passing time at the moment, keeping the ball for the sake of it when they know it has to be moved with much more attacking punch.
And it's Matuidi. Matuidi! Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Tries one! And he's lifted it over. Juventus making another change here.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle. Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation and keep enough cool heads to still deliver.
Big chance! Should have equalised.
When it needed something decisive, he showed too many mixed signals.
There's going to be another change here.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
Arsenal keeping their men at arm's length here.
Yeah, I just think it's a conservative move to deny runners the opportunity of going beyond that rear guard.
Matuidi goes for goal! It's broken loose! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
Couple of changes then in quick succession. Tries a header! No, not the best of headers. Gendouzi gets it back. Over to the left. And help's available out wide. And that's too far for anyone. Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Going nowhere fast is about the only way I can describe this. They've just got to be busier.
And that will be the final act. Terrific contest. It really might have tipped either way. The margins were tiny, just a goal in it. But that was enough. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, a result which owed much to grind and graft, Peter. Not the prettiest of wins, but a very professional performance, I would say. And a clean sheet, of course, is always very welcome.
Well, that's the lot for now. Thanks to you, Jim, and goodbye. Well, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football. Conditions are absolutely splendid and the folk of this town have come out in their droves for this match. Why wouldn't they? It is an ideal circumstance for what could be an ideal game. Everybody has been attracted to it. It has been the talk of the town. And the buses have been packed, double-decker buses lining up outside. Coaches have carried thousands of away supporters here too. And all of it adds up to make a terrific, a crackling atmosphere. The match, I think, will be quite a spectacle. Truly, this is a remarkable stadium, the Allianz Arena, a symbol of cutting-edge technology and architectural perfection. Juventus have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Well, one of the attacking advantages in this setup, Peter, is the impact that can be made between fullbacks and the attacking wide players. These combinations, when worked well, can be a real handful for any opposition, and we're likely to witness that again. You often see the wide man drift inside to allow the fullback to make the run out wide, and it can just throw the opposition off kilter.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
I feel I must single out Carlos Tevez. He may be on the small side, but he's feisty and robust and works as hard as anyone else out there, and I think he exudes quality. The package is compact, but the delivery is considerably bigger.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him. Oh, real danger here. And the shot! Now the counter. Cristiano Ronaldo. Decent ball. Now hits one! up to meet it! And he's there to hoof it away. He's played him through. Real chance! It's bounced back off the post. What a ball this has turned out to be. Referee has just said play on.
Just to point out,
Whistle's gone, that's foul.
yeah, that's top defending in preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Going through, going for goal! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, he did get himself into a good position, something for him to cling to.
Bonucci tries to get it forward quickly. Danilo drives it forward. Too much on it, and that's the keeper's. And it's Tevez. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. And now they can launch a counter. Timely intervention. Goes for goal! Marvellous goal!
Look, there are always tactical adjustments for any coach to make at half-time, but when your star man gives you a critical lead just before the break, everyone will be paying extra attention. It really is the ideal tonic.
He was so alert to the possibilities there. Great stuff.
Oh, players like this fella almost have a sixth sense to get themselves in such great poaching positions. How quick-minded was that?
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Still a fragile lead, though. They can't afford to sit on this.
Receives it in a good position. He's had a shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra-sharp.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. And the whistle goes for half-time. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Peter, this is far from a lost cause. Yes, they've been hit once by a pacey opposition, but they've asserted more control and look capable.
Juventus happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. We're promptly into the second 45 minutes.
Juventus going well here, and they're in a good position to kick on and add to their lead. They don't have to overcommit, but they can place more emphasis on stretching their advantage without necessarily neglecting things defensively.
Matuidi. Danilo. Douglas Costa. Danilo. More than happy to take the muscular approach. It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch. Hoists it forward. Could be thinking about a shot here. Has a hit! It's bounced out!
Oh, it's die-hard defence and the willingness to put his body on the line. Very impressive.
Shoots! Chris. And another time! He has done it! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal.
Boca Juniors are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change.
Juventus get themselves a two-goal cushion. Well, and a shot! And more, and more, and more! And the lead is 3! It is surely done! Well, you've got to say, the odds on him missing from there were very slim.
Well, considering he has a bit of a shoot-on-sight policy, he was the one player that should have been picked up then. It was both careless and costly from where I'm sitting.
So there's going to be another change here. Three without reply. This is becoming a stroll.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
And that's sprayed out wide. Boca Juniors can't make any sort of inroad despite all this possession. Gets it upfield. And it's played forward. He's had a go! And he heaves it forward. Douglas Costa is flagged offside. Ramsey. And it's Zarate. It's got through to him. Shapes to shoot! They've scored! They're back within reach! Well, he was never going to miss from there. So much to aim at.
Yeah, I really can't say enough as to how good the final ball was. It took the defence out of the equation for that split moment, and the damage was all done.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
Well, the instruction from the manager would have been, go on and make yourself a nuisance and see if you can snatch a goal. Mission accomplished.
Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
So is this the start of a comeback? Bernardeschi with the cross. Forward it goes. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Juventus can be very happy with a job well done, an efficient win for which the players simply did enough. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Yeah, we knew there was a sizable gap in the quality of both squads, and the story was told